So you most likely heard the news already if you're a Nintendo Switch owner. Now, if you're a Nintendo Switch owner, Capcom has announced that you would be able to play Resident Evil 7 on the Nintendo Switch. But unfortunately, Capcom has two caveats for Resident Evil 7 on the Nintendo Switch. I kind of already talked about this, but I want to actually talk about the performance of this game. First off, the two caveats were, one, you have to be in Japan, so it was only for the Japan audience only. And second of all, one other caveat was the fact that it wasn't a game you can actually play on the Nintendo Switch itself. It was actually going to be streamed to your Nintendo Switch. I think it was like roughly about $20 to play for about 6 months of playing this game. The nice thing is Capcom did announce that if you do stream this game to your Nintendo Switch, you do get to play the full game and you also get to play the DLC as well. So pretty much you get to play everything Resident Evil 7 has to offer. I wanted to talk about performance because people around the internet, at least from America, have already tried this demo. Because if you're not aware, if you're from any region, the Nintendo Switch is region free, so you can go onto the Japan eShop if you have a separate account set up for the Japan region, and you can try this out for yourself, and you can see how well this demo actually plays for yourself if you are curious. And a lot of people on the internet, including me, myself, because I have tried this for myself, and a lot of people have said they did not get very far in the demo, and they pretty much had a lot of problems. Now, to be fair, that's kind of to be expected, especially if you're in a region and you're not in Japan. If you're not in Japan, then of course you're probably going to have some kind of difficulty, because you have to remember, first of all, you're streaming this game, and second of all, you're streaming it in a region that you're not supposed to be streaming it in. So if you're from America, of course, streaming it from Japan, from their servers, a big game like Resident Evil 7, of course, most likely you're going to have a lot of connection issues. Now, I did get to try this game out, and I did try the demo out for Resident Evil 7 to see if my internet can handle it, and nope. It was a potato. Unfortunately, I did not get far at all. I only got about 5 minutes into the experience, and it pretty much gave me this warning, and it said my internet connection was unstable, so that was a big downer. Pretty much, I'm pretty sure anybody in America is going to have the same problem, no matter whether you're on 100 megabyte connection or whether you're on 1 gigabyte connection. I'm pretty sure almost everybody in America is going to have this problem. One thing I did find out from a lot of different sources on the internet, the one weird, bizarre thing about Resident Evil 7 from Capcom from Japan is the fact that a lot of the text in the game is actually in English, so you could actually play this game if you wanted to, and you don't need to know English to actually play this game. It's in like the menus, and you can change the language and whatnot, and I actually find this very bizarre. I wonder if Capcom intended people from other regions to actually stream this game to their Nintendo Switch, or what I'm wondering is if Capcom in the near future is going to release this on the Nintendo Switch, either in a streamed version only, or they're going to actually release this on the Nintendo Switch as an actual game you can play on the Nintendo Switch without streaming it, because I don't think we live in a world right now where a lot of people can still stream games to hardware. I think we're still years off. A lot of people just don't have the necessary resources to actually play this game on the Nintendo Switch. And even if you have the best internet on the planet Earth, I don't think that it's going to be a very good experience, just because you're bound to have some hiccups and some glitches and things like that when you stream games. I just think streaming games is not the way to go, at least in the current time we live in. Sure, our internet connections have gotten much, much better than what we had, like, let's say 10 years ago, but if you look at the overall picture, we're still not ready for a streamable world only. So I'm not glad, I'm kind of disappointed Capcom decided to go this way with Resident Evil 7. What I'm also wondering is, if Capcom is pretty much just testing this out to Japan to see if their servers are good enough, to see if people's internet connections can handle it and everything like that. Maybe it's just a test for Capcom, and then if it succeeds, they'll start streaming more games. But even so, even if people's internet connections were ready for a streamable world, I still don't think it's a good idea. I think it's way better to have the game on the Nintendo Switch. And like I said in my video talking about Resident Evil 7 being streamed to the Nintendo Switch, I think this is just a bad idea for one other reason, just the fact that the Nintendo Switch is one system that you're meant to take the games on the go. How can you really take a game like Resident Evil 7 on the go if you have to rely on an internet connection? You can have like the best Wi-Fi, you can have like the best Wi-Fi hotspot, or like you can have the best mobile connection, but I just really don't think this is a good idea. This pretty much kind of stops you from playing this game on the go. Overall, it's just pretty much a disaster. I think what happened is Capcom pretty much got lazy on us and just wanted to make a quick cash grab for some money, so they just threw this up and they didn't care because they knew some people out there would actually be willing to pay money for this game and stream it to their Nintendo Switch, and they would make a quick $20 off of a lot of people. Anyway, guys, this is Wayne from My Tech News, signing out.